Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, Thursday's session displayed a rather whipsaw price action right across the board, and looking at the US dollar, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, has rebounded back to 96 after displaying a somewhat spinning bottom. In light of the pattern, the market is expected to progress further, that is, towards the top side of this range here, somewhere around 97 to about 97.5. This also sees the euro, which is weighted to the US dollar at 57.6, tumble further after the whipsaw price action and displayed a spinning top. Now, this all begun after the euro's price action quickly evaporated from the bullish case and turned bearish in light of the recent data from the US inflation, which jumped to a new 4-decade high, rising the stakes on whether the US Federal Reserve will plot a more aggressive path on raising interest rates. On Thursday, the US Labor Department said its US Consumer Price Index rose by 0.6 in January after a 0.5 rise in December. The hotter than expected US consumer report for the year rose to 7.5, exceeding the 7.3 forecast. With the outlook now expecting a US rate hike, the market is now starting to price in a potential rise of 50 basis points in March 2022. So looking at the technicals, with the recent support now being challenged around that 113.65, I feel the market will head lower down to 113 the figure and reassess from there. The Australian dollar took a challenge to the upside, broke through the 60-day moving average and took a whipsaw price action and reverted back to a bearish case, and now plummeting back towards the support region, which is seen around 71.05. I feel the market is going to head maybe lower than the recent challenge of 70.55 and look down towards 69.65.75, and any upside challenges should continue to fail. The dollar yen spiked to around 116.35 but backed away sharply. In light of the pattern, there still seems to be a little bit more momentum there and maybe see a retest the highs, but I feel the bears are lurking. The whipsaw price action for the pound backs away sharply from the highs of 136.5 and now looks back towards the bottom side of the range, seen somewhere around 134.60-70. I feel the market is breaking down and therefore could see this challenge not hold and maybe even see a slip towards 134 the figure and reassess from there. Sterling Kiwi didn't quite break that trend and is finding some momentum now in terms of the recent bounce. We are possibly looking up towards the region of 204 figure 30 and reassess from there. Now, if we see a break of 203.35, that would see further risk towards the downside and give a trajectory to around 200.70 as a potential target. The whipsaw price action for gold didn't sustain very long above 1,840 and therefore is breaking down and looking towards the support region around 16.17. I do feel, in light of the pattern, we could actually see further weakness towards 1,788 as a potential target and reassess. And wrapping up with oil, the market still looks like it's breaking down in terms of the technicals, and therefore I do feel 88 will eventually go and look towards $86 a barrel as an initial target. Well, that wraps it for the week. Thank you very much for joining me. Please look out for the intraday report, and I hope you enjoy the great start to the new weekend.